Hey, this is Charles Lewis.
Howdy, Todd Lewis here. We're coming to you, of course, as always, from Charles Lewis Photography in sunny, well, not always, sunny
Yeah.
Grand Rapids, Michigan. It happens to be right now, so we're going to enjoy that. Wish I could be outside recording this, but inside looking out my office window at a beautiful day outside. And here we are with our Lewis-sized kick-in-the-pants photography money-making video for the week, where, again, if you're new to these videos, we want you to, we want to keep you motivated, give you things to help you be energized, reach your goals, and keep you constantly moving forward in what Tony Robbins calls the principle of CANI, which stands for constant and never-ending improvement. That's
Right
what
on.
we're all about here, and we're also going to give you a great fast action marketing tip and a few other little things here in this short video. So let's jump right into our first section here, which we always like to start out. Sorry, this is having a technical issue here to advance. There we go. All right. We always like to start out with a motivating quote of the week. This one is from somebody, well, it's been at least restated by somebody, let's say that, who has had great success and fame in her life, and that is Oprah Winfrey, who said this great quote, and then, Dad, I know you had something to add to this. The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude. And again, I've heard this from Oprah Winfrey, but Dad, I know you've heard something similar to this from somebody who's been around a lot longer, or who was around a lot earlier than Miss Winfrey.
Yeah, originally this comes from the great William James, one of my favorite people that I study. Terrific professor from Harvard, and he said it this way. He said, the greatest discovery of our generation is that a person can change their life by changing their attitude of mind. So I'm sure, this is very similar, but we certainly can't argue with Oprah's success. And so you certainly, almost has more authority coming from her, even though William James was brilliant. When she says it, you want to listen, because she's somebody who certainly understands how to become successful.
That she sure does. So, sometimes we're tempted to blame everything around us for what's going wrong in our lives.
But the truth is, much of the blame has to go to us for our attitude.
And this quote, both from Oprah and from William James as well, is incredible, because it reminds us that our future is forged through the constant maintenance of our attitude.
Yeah, we need to think of the roadblocks between us and success as being more inside us rather than outside us, which most people make a mistake and think that the roadblocks are outside, but really they're inside.
And this is also because how we deal with these challenges is far more important than the challenges themselves. Any challenge can be overcome. It's up to us to look at that challenge properly inside of us and not let it stop us from constantly moving forward. So thank you, Oprah. Thank you, William James, for that incredible quote. I'm going to be definitely keeping this one in mind throughout this week and on into the future. Coming up next here, we've got our motivational exercise of the week, giving you something to keep you energized. Motivation is something that does take consistent effort, consistent attention, okay? But once you get into it and you develop that habit, it's something that you will never, that will become a part of you, and you will all of a sudden become a motivated human being, a motivated person. So, our exercise for this week: for 1 week, remove all things from your day-to-day life that make you feel negative. This is so important. What we put into our mind on a regular basis has such an impact on our sense of motivation and our belief in our ability to reach our goals.
Yeah, and we're not talking about removing things that scare you or removing things that will cause you to grow. We're talking about removing things that are negative. So this week, work to eliminate any and all things that bring negativity into your life.
Yeah, absolutely. This is so vitally important. What we put into our minds has such a big effect on how we are on our day-to-day life. So first of all, start with the news, okay? Don't watch the news. Now, I
Right
know
on.
for an awful lot of people this is going to be tough. And yes, I'm not downplaying the importance of staying up to date on current events and understanding what's going on in the world, and that we're not just that this world isn't just about our little microcosm of existence. I understand that that's very important, but let's be honest here. A huge percentage of the news can be very negative. It can have a very negative effect on us. So I would encourage you not to watch the news, okay?
Yep. My rule, Todd, is that I do not watch television until after 12 noon.
Okay, and that's a very good point too. Definitely don't watch it in the morning when that's such
Right.
an important part of your day, and that's going to start you off on a positive note. You don't want to watch the news. Don't have that be the first thing you do in the day. I also personally wouldn't watch the news laying in bed just before you go to bed at night, because then you're
Yep.
going to sleep with a lot of these negative thoughts, things happening in the world going through your head, and I don't think that's good either. So if you're going to do it, try and do it some other time before you go to bed. Don't do it first thing in the morning. But I would stay away from the news as much as possible just because of the huge amount of negativity that's out there.
Absolutely. And next, don't converse with negative people. I mean, you know who they are, even if they're close to you. Be nice about it, be polite, but gently keep this negativity away from you because it has a huge effect on you in your life.
Right, we have to be very careful of the dangerous people, which is what we call them, the people that are around us
Yep.
who, on the surface they might mean good. They may be your friends, they may be your family, but it's those things that are gently said that aren't necessarily meant to hurt, but that they say, oh, really, you're going to do that? Are you sure you can do that? It's those little things, oh, I don't think you should do that. You're not really cut out for that, or that's
Yep.
not your strong suit. Those kind of negative things, and some people are more negative than others. Pay attention to that this week. Pay attention to what people are saying to you and just gently stay away from those people. Start to weed those people out of your life, or at least minimize how much you're around them. Or if there's somebody that's close to you, talk to them about how that negativity is impacting you. And if they really truly love you, care about you, they will change that behavior.
That's right. And don't read anything but positive, uplifting things.
I think that's self-explanatory, absolutely. The more uplifting things you can read, the more positive things you're putting in your mind. And lastly, when you do things for fun and relaxation, make sure that they make you laugh, that they make you feel good, and maybe even motivate you as well.
Yep.
If you do that, I think you'll find your motivation far exceeds what you ever expected it to be. Focus on that for this week. Time for our fast action marketing tip this week as well. We got a great one for you here. Use the right approach when going after displays and exhibits. Now, you all know having displays throughout your community is a vital part of your marketing success. Or if you don't know that already, now you do. We're telling you, this is a vital part of your success.
And in order to make this happen, you need to have the right approach when you're meeting with a prospective location, for sure.
Absolutely. And remember, when you're going after these, to always talk solely in terms of what the benefits are to the location. They don't care about how it's good for you. All they care about is, hey, what's in it for me?
Yep. And a good way to do this is to make a list of the top 10 or 20 places that you want to display your photography in, and then start with the one that you want the least.
Yeah, the reason for this is by starting with the one that, hey, if I don't get this one, it's not a huge deal. There's a lot of pressure that's taken off of you, plus it gives you an opportunity to start, do your first one, and you might stumble a little, or you might trip over a few words. You might not quite get it the way you wanted, and if you don't get that one, it's okay. It's not a big deal. You've got 9 other ones ranked by popularity, or the ones that you want the most, and believe me, the second one you do, you will be light years ahead of the first one. Just take those first steps and make it happen.
Yeah, and this is what I meant when I was saying earlier that when we were talking about stay away from negative people and negative things, we don't mean stay away from things that scare you, worry you, and will cause you to grow. That's part of growing. You have to have courage. You have to be willing to take risks. And if this sounds scary to you, that's probably a good thing because it will cause you to grow immensely.
You bet. So what are some of the specific key points, Dad, about what to say when approaching a venue about having a display or an exhibit?
Yeah, the trick to this is to be extremely personable, be really friendly, enthusiastic, believe that they have to be able to tell that you really believe in what you're talking about. So usually what I do, the first thing I say when I walk in, let's say it's a restaurant, for example, I'll walk in and out. When I meet with this particular person, I say, wow, I love your decorating. Did you do this? It's really nice. And usually say many times see, I'm not going to restaurants that are, you know, big chain restaurants. I'm going to restaurants that are locally owned, and the owner and his or her wife or husband is usually in there. You know, they're partners in this. And so usually the person will either say, "Well, yeah, actually, we did this all ourselves," you know, and then I can say how beautiful it is. And it's just an opening that starts to be positive and friendly right off the bat. And then I introduce myself. My name is Charles Lewis from Charles Lewis Photography. It's very important to tell her where I'm from, Charles Lewis Photography. I'm not from somebody trying to sell her advertising or something. Here in Grand Rapids, this is the style of work that I do because Anna and I show her a couple of my favorite 16 by 20 images that I have brought along with me, and I carry them right in with me. So then I say, I have a great idea to get many new people into your business absolutely for free and for no work on your part at all. You won't lift a finger. I see this wall over here, and it's kind of, you know, empty, sort of. Well, what if we put beautiful photographs? I specialize in working with people in the community here that you like to work with as well. So I'll come in, I'll put up, let's say, 10 beautiful images and really make it look gorgeous. I mean, we'll present it in a really nice way so it's very artistic and goes nicely with your decor. And then I'm going to go back to the studio and I'm going to call each one of those clients and let them know that their portrait is proudly being displayed at your restaurant. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to call all their friends. They're going to get on Facebook and Twitter. They're going to tell everybody that everybody's going to be talking about your restaurant for free. Nothing, no cost, no effort to you on your part at all. How do you feel about that?
Oh, that's great. That's such powerful stuff. You know, again, we're talking in terms of how it's going to benefit them and so forth. And, you know, when you do this, this really, really works, Dad. I mean, you've had, you know, over the course of your 40 years, I mean, I can't even imagine counting how many displays you've had over the course of those 40 years. Yeah. But I know your goal was always to have, you know, at least 12 permanent exhibits in your community. And getting those is a lot easier than you think if you use this approach.
Yeah, and what we're talking about here is branding. You're creating a brand for yourself in your community with the people with whom you want to work. You're branding yourself. You're positioning yourself in the marketplace as a truly artistic photographer who is so excellent that other businesses in the community want to show how much they love what you do by displaying them in their businesses. So because exhibits come with endorsement. It's an implied endorsement from that restaurant, from that hair salon, or wherever else you exhibit your photography.
Now, if you happen to be one of our Inner Circle members and you want more information on, you know, the real specifics here of exactly how to approach a location in your community about having a display or an exhibit up, just click on the link below that says Members Access or something along those lines. It'll say something like that. Just click on that and it'll take you right to a program specifically detailed about that, a very detailed program. If you are not already an Inner Circle member of ours and you would like to find out more about being a member, including being able to check out that program, just click on the link below for more information on the Inner Circle program. And we'll tell you all about it. So let's move on now off of our marketing tip. And that was a great tip, Dad. I know we went a little longer than we usually do for our marketing tip section, but that's such an important point. I wanted you to be able to really go into some detail there for people watching this. Time for our... Yeah, great stuff. Goals and planning. Now is the time to pause this video to take a look at your progress and your planning and so forth. Read your goals aloud. Do all three of the steps that are there on the screen. It's so important. We say this on every video, how important this is. That must mean it's important. I don't like having to say the same things over and over again, but I do it because it's tough love, you know. Make sure you pause the video here and do those three steps, and we'll talk to you with some final thoughts here when you hit play. All right, our final thoughts for this week, and we got some good ones for you here. First of all, I'd recommend watching this video again anytime throughout the week if you're having any trouble staying motivated. Pop this video on again, watch it again, but constantly think of yourself as a doer. Okay, someone who makes things happen in your life, rather than someone who waits for things to happen to you.
And always remember that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. If you don't ever take that step, you can never reach the destination.
Yeah, however, with what we're teaching you here, the secrets that we're imparting to you, you will hopefully be able to avoid having to take, quote, steps. Instead, you'll hop in your car, you'll hit the accelerator, and you'll drive yourself much faster toward your destination.
Right on. Have a great week and take action on this stuff. This is good stuff. Go for it.
You bet. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye now.